and without judgment or without shame. The lack of guilt I feel is immense and immeasurable, and I will not apologize. You need to fix your link on your profile because it doesn't go to your YouTube. I didn't even know I had a link on my profile. I'm gonna be so real with you. I didn't even know I had a link on my profile. Let me see where. Let me. Okay. I had no clue where. I had no clue. Hold on. Let me. Hey, Mom. Mom, did you know I had a link on my profile that apparently goes somewhere that isn't my YouTube? No, neither did I. Azzy's my mod, so Azzy knows these things. I am an idiot, so I am unaware. I'm currently live on my YouTube. And my YouTube is more fun than my Irium because now when you type things on my YouTube, like if you type certain phrases and words, fun things happen. Rick Ross. These are Rick Ross, Josh Hutchinson. These are good questions. These are good questions. Okay, these are great questions. One might ask if they are an educated a woman of land, Narnia. I don't know where it goes. I have zero clue where it goes. He says it goes somewhere. I don't know where it goes. I am unaware of its destination. Check. I check. Okay. I'm concerned. Should I end my Irium stream and fix it? Is it that bad? Do I end the Irium stream and fix it? Probably. Nar. 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 Later. Okay. Well, as always, YouTube is not broken. As always, YouTube is happy land. Even better, YouTube has my model in a little maid dress. I am in little maid dress on YouTube. And I have more fun on YouTube. I enjoy it more. It's not full of people who piss me off. It's not full of people who give me a headache. It's not full of headache people. Bria's how to get points? Not emergency. How to get points? I don't know. Use credit card? Hey Chris. Chris, I am not naked on YouTube anymore. Oh my god, hi. Oh my god, hi. Hi. Oh my god, hi. Oh my god, hi. I'm not naked anymore. What? Yeah, go on YouTube. I'm not naked jakey anymore. I have clothes on. I have a lot of hair bows and I'm not naked. I was naked and now I am no longer naked jakey. Now I am the opposite of naked jakey. I'm a dressed Derek. Oh my god, you are cute. Yeah. Look, I have hair bows. Also a tail. And my tail is supposed to swing. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not. But it's not moving. I don't know why. I do have one. It's supposed to be moving, but it's not. See? It's there. I don't know why it's not moving though. If I hit this button, it changes my outfit. Wait, no, not that one. This one. It puts me in this outfit. But like, the thing is all messed up on this one. You see when I close my eyes my eyes turn brown. Lame. I didn't decorate this one, so it's lame. This one is cute though. I like this one better. I prefer this one. This is the one I did. We got that shit on. I do. Wait. Type Bobby. Type Bobby, but type his name correctly, and Bobbies will appear on the stream. No, with an I, dummy. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I didn't sync the chat. I'm stupid. Okay, I'm stupid. That's my B. I was like, why is the chat not working? I'm stupid. I didn't sync it. Oops. Okay. Let me sync it, and then you can make Bobby appear. But I have to sync it first. I have to, like, you know, actually sync it first. Let not, like, you know, not do that. Because I'm a dummy. Bobby. Stop. Okay, you guys just can't spam Bobby when it doesn't work. If you spam Bobby, it's not gonna work. This is what you're supposed to do before your stream starts. And I'll be real, I did do this, like, earlier. The last stream I did it. The last stream I did it before my stream started. And then I didn't do it this time because I got tired and I forgot. I'm getting better at this, though. I'm getting better. Don't sad face me. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Oh, also, Nande. Let's see. Stop. Ow, my back! That hurt my back so bad. Okay, hold on. Start integrating. Turn off. Connected. Okay, now it's connected. Okay, now it's working. Now it's working. Now he works. Now he works. I typed it with an I. No, with an IE, dummy. Or you just type Christ. If you type Christ, he also appears. If you type Christ, he also appears on the stream. And if you type jail, something happens. And if you type, see? I didn't lie. If you type milk, milk falls. If you type cute, I think if you type cute, Christ rise again. If you say yay, sparkles happen. See, I like YouTube because you guys can interact with me more than just like, is it cute? I don't remember what the triggers were for the plushies. Or is it like, oh, when you call me a baby, a bunch of plushies fall. If you call me a baby, because you guys keep calling me a baby. You call me a baby all the time. Kibby. Kibby is not spelled with an IE, but I can put it in there so it comes up with an IE. Kibby. Yeah, see, if you say Kibby, he comes up. You call me a baby, or you say Kibby, they fall. If you say jail, I go to jail. If you say jail, I go to jail. You can send me to prison. These are options. Effects. See? Gay baby jail. You can send me to gay baby jail. Okay, where's the plushies? I forget. Milk sends milk. Edit. Oh, if you say baby, cute, but not cute capitalized. Cute. If you call me small, if you say plush, if you say baby, and if you say cute, either capitalized or uncapitalized, it'll send them, and it'll be all silly. And if you say yay, sparkles happened. There's a bunch of effects, though. There's also this one. This one's pretty fun. And let's say. There's this one. Oh, if you say money. Originally it was that animation. I think we changed it now, so when you say money, these fall. When you say money, these fall. Also, I got the alerts to work. See? Kinda. I kinda got them to work. I have zero clue why it doesn't work all the time, but it works sometimes. It works when I click on them. I don't know why it doesn't work all the time, and donations work. So, like, I figured it out. I'm a genius. I dropped something. What is this? Oh, this is water. Okay. Okay. We can start reading book if you want. Which means the faster I start reading book, gay milk. Gay milk. We don't have anything for gay. We don't have anything for gay. Ironically. We don't have anything for gay. We could have something for gay, technically. I could make something for gay. Custom effects. I could make something for gay. Gay milk. Milk gay. Gay milk. Gay milk. Okay. We can start reading if you guys are so inclined. I'm a little sleepy because I'm sick. But the Arium stream barely started, and it's only you guys in the Arium stream. So technically speaking, wait. I can talk about my snacks for the evening before we start. I want you to understand I do not feel shame for the decision I have made in regards to my snack this evening. My snack is a mug full of homemade whipped cream. I took a bullet blender. I poured cream into it. I added some condensed milk and some sugar, and I blended it. And now I have a mug a quarter of the way filled with just whipped cream, and that is my snack. That is the evening book club snack tonight. And there's a couple of lemon sandwich cookies as well. And Pocari sweat, because I'm dehydrated. And I almost fainted again today. But I'm okay. I am okay, though. I will be fine. I will be okay. I was considering putting on in the background. It kind of just depends on how engaged everybody is. Sweat? Pocari sweat. That's what it's called. Pocari sweat. It's meant to like replace your electrolytes. It's like sweet, but it's got like a saltiness to it because it's got sodium and stuff. And potassium. It's got salt in it. It's got salt in it. Got that salt in it. Got that sweaty taste. Got that sweat taste in it. It's like Japanese sports drink powder. Num, num. I love whipped cream. I'm gonna be so sad when I eat all of this in like 2 minutes. It's so tasty though. I can't help myself. I can't help how I am. I can't help who I am. I'm a boy who likes milk. I fucking love milk. When people tell me they don't like milk, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are we drinking the milk of other animals? I don't know. It tastes really good. This is also probably... I don't like milk. Chris, you're a liar. Anyway, this is probably a sign of me being sickly. Because, you know what milk has in it that is, like, would taste really good if you were sickly? Your body would really enjoy? I don't like fighting for my life. You're just weak. You're awake. And you will not survive the winter. Okay. I will be weak then. You are weak then. Listen. You know what milk has in it that you would really enjoy if you were a sickly person like me? It's got fat. And it's got protein. I'm always low on energy. And I'm always craving protein because my body craves fuel. Not carbs. I just crave protein all the time. I'm always looking for some form of protein. And I have a hard time absorbing nutrition and vitamins and shit. And your body uses fat to absorb vitamins. So, of course, I like milk. Milk is like full of protein and it's full of fat. I prefer whole milks and creams. I do not like fat-free milk because that shit is gross. It's just water. If I wanted to drink a bottle of water, I would drink a bottle of water. That being said, I have a gallon of water. I hope you can hear that. I have a big old gallon of fucking water. I like the forest feast on my bones, the critters on my flesh, the soil absorbing my nutrients to feed the earth. I respect you and your your odd description of your mortal coil. Your vessel seems full of nutrient. I can't wait for my milk tweets to hit Twitter. I don't remember what day I have them scheduled, but like, I have so many milk tweets. Stu Leonards will be aware of me by the end of the month. They will be aware of me. I will make them aware of me. I want Stu Leonards to know I exist. I want Stu Leonards to breathe my air. I want Stu Leonards to know about me. I want Stu Leonards to know about me. They're my favorite creamery. I love Stu Leonards. STU? From Rutgers? I don't even know what that is. Stu? No, STEW. Leonards. LEONDEAR. Stu Leonards. I love Stu Leonards. They have robots in their supermarket. And their dairy is really good. It's got high milk fat and it's also really creamy and it's kind of sweet and I love it. It's so good. It's really good high quality milk and I like it. It's my favorite milk. It is my favorite milk. Insane. What do you mean it's insane? You're insane. What do you mean? You leave me out of this. I like Stu Leonards. Their milk is delicious. You just don't appreciate it because you've never had good milk in your life, Chris. You've never truly lived because you haven't had good milk. And because you haven't had good milk, this is why you're mad and you're mad at me. It's because you haven't had good dairy. When you have good milk, then you'll know. And you're gonna tell me, I don't want to fight for my life. I don't want to fight my food. Shut up. I don't like milk. You're a liar. You just haven't had good milk. You don't like the milk you've had. You don't like the milk you've had. That's what's happening. You don't like the milk that you've had. The milk that you've had probably wasn't great. That's the problem. Milk could never be wrong. Milk could never be wrong. Milk can never be wrong. It can't be wrong. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna blow my nose. Oh, my nose. It hurts. I should take medicine for my pained face also, because my face hurts really bad. We need to kill an hour, though. I have to be here for at least an hour. At least an hour. At least 1 hour. I have to be here for at least an hour. I only eat cheese. You like milk. You're just being a bit of a negative Nancy. That's what's happening right now. You're saying you don't like milk, but you do. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. You just don't get it, and I can't help you because you just don't get it. I can't tell you how many times I drank milk and I immediately faced the consequences. I did refuse to acknowledge that statement. Anyway, let's read book. Let's read book. Did you tell your Discord? I did not tell Discord I was live. I did not tell Discord I was live. Oopsie doopsie. I said I'd be live in like 20 minutes. 20 minutes has passed. I'll tell. Ooh, Discord. Everybody. On Urium and YouTube. There you go. Well, you know who's supposed to go onto my fucking thing and then make it so that every time I go live on YouTube it's synced up? Callie. Callie's supposed to do that. He refuses to do that. I don't know why he refuses. He insists upon himself. Also, sorry about the ARC thing. What happened with ARC? Brubby. Brubby is here. Brubby is here. If you say Kibby... Oh wait, should I put all my nicknames so that plushies fall when you say my nickname? If you say Kibby, stuffed animals fall. If you say Bobby, Bobby appears. If you say jail, I go to jail. If you call me cute, stuffed animals appear. If you say milk, milk also falls. I triggered a bunch of stuff. Have fun with that, Clover. You can trigger a bunch of shit now. Have fun with that, Clover. We did that this morning when you weren't here. About the gatekeeping thing? I don't care. I thought that was funny. I thought that was hilarious. Have fun with that, Clover. You can trigger a bunch of stuff now. Oh, my nose hurts. Ah, oh, my nose hurts. Okay, anyway. I drink some more Pocari. As she works with you, know how to rig her model, I want to ask how they charge, but what do you mean? Also, she work with you, know who? Oh, you should ask. You should ask, because he's scamming people, so you should ask. I found out from somebody else that he also touched someone who was new. Yeah, you don't have to say anything about me, but he's bad. It's bad. What is happening is no good. It's no good. This will be archived in the VOD though. Just to be privy to that. Just be privy to that. That's not intrusive. You have arcane knowledge, bro. You have knowledge. And knowledge is power. Like Schoolhouse Rock told you. Because knowledge is power. When you have the knowledge, you should use it. Use it for good, because somebody else is going to use it for evil. They're using it for evil. Remember that. Never forget that they are using their knowledge for evil and not for good. A little gay menace. Milk. Thank you for the treat. Give me treats. Jail. See? I told you. Ah! I told you this like forever ago though, Clover. What the fuck? I told you that forever ago, Clover. I said that like forever ago. And I know there's no latency. So you're just being a dummy dumb. Anyway, we're gonna start reading soon. Gay jail. You're gonna put me in gay jail. It was like 2 seconds ago. No, it wasn't. I said it like 3 minutes ago. I said it like 3 minutes ago. I said it like forever ago. Also, you have not complimented my very cute, customizations, and I take personal offense to that. I'm like personally offended right now that you didn't compliment me. You know how much effort I had to put in to get this shit to work, and you haven't once called me cute. Also, somebody tell me how to get this stupid, dumb, purple little freaking annoying thing out. Why is this thing floating around my ankles? How do I make it stop? Galactic Lion will love you. I love the Galactic Lion. I love the Galactic Lion. I love the Galactic Lion. I don't like that thing though. That thing is annoying. I don't know why it flies around. Clover, how do I make it stop doing that? Make it stop doing that. It's very annoying and I want it to die. Isn't that your tail? No, this little purple bitch who keeps flying by my feet. I want her to go away and I don't know how to make her stop. This little purple thing, that's not my tail. My tail is down there. I don't know what this thing is. It's very annoying and I want it to die. Oh, that little, yeah, you need to pay to remove her. I already paid money. What do you mean I have to pay more money to remove it? I already paid money. That's how I have it connected to my phone. Isn't that VTube Studio? It is. I already paid money. Why is it here? I paid money. The phone app and the computer watermark take offer are different. Are you kidding me? That's so ridiculous. I don't like her and I want her to go away. I'm gonna have to buy that before I get my friggin' own model finished. This is dumb. I don't like her. I want her to go away. I don't like you. I think you're annoying. So I'm gonna put you behind my desk and pretend you don't exist. Anyway, go away. We're gonna read books soon. We're gonna read books soon. We're gonna read books soon. She's under the desk now, so it's fine. Just click on her and drag her to the right bottom corner. I can't do that. I can't do that. See, when I click and drag stuff, it just moves me around. It just moves me around. Lock model. Okay, so now my model is locked. Okay. No, see, when I click and drag, it just moves me around. It doesn't move her around. And even if I put myself all the way over here, I don't think that helps me. Maybe it helps me. Maybe she's just in the corner now and I'm over here. Does that fix it? Kinda. Maybe that fixes it because now she's all the way over here. Let's see if she actually moves close enough to me to be an issue. Because I think she just flies fully across. Oh, no, she doesn't. She turns around. Okay, whatever. She's over there now, at least. I'm cute. Look at me in my cute, adorable outfit. Wait. There's also this one. But, like, I didn't customize this one. The Humbug did. VTube. In Video Studio. In VTube Studio. I did go into VTube Studio, and she was still flying around my ankles. That wasn't me doing it on OBS. That was me doing it in VTube Studio. That was me doing it in VTube Studio. Now I'm naked. Now I have clothes on. I figured it out. I'm so smart. Aren't I a genius? I'm so smart. Everyone tell me how smart I am. Yay! Also, my snack for the evening, for Clover, who wasn't here to be informed of it, my snack for the evening is just a bowl, a mug full of homemade whipped cream. It is a mug of homemade whipped cream. Scandalous. How is it scandalous that I'm eating a mug of homemade whipped cream? You guys told me I would never be able to stream on a laptop. Y'all are so stupid. People underestimate me and my ambitions. You can't stream with a VTube model on a laptop. Yes, you can. I just did it. Now what? Blah. And I played video games. Blah. Ruby is so smart. Yeah, I am smart. Should I put all my nicknames into the trigger for stuff? Oh wait. Maybe I should make it when you call me smart, I get confetti. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that. When you call me smart, I get confetti. I think I'm gonna do that. Hold up. Let me actually fix it and create Create new. Create new. Yeah. I can have up to 10. Smart. I can also have some of these only trigger when people donate. I can have it so that that's fun. Ooh, oh wait, Suzuri. I have a Suzuri account. Oh, can I put my merch on Suzuri so that when I sell stuff, you guys get a little notification on stream? That would be cool. I should do that. I should do that. Anyway. Smart. Come on. Lowercase smart. I'll also put big brain. Big brain. And then big brain. Big brain. Yeah. And then the trigger will be oh yeah, Suzuri is like a store. Oh, I should connect that. That'd be smart. I should put my stuff on Suzuri then. I already have a store, but I can't connect that to this. I can't connect that to this. Now, when you call me smart, I get confetti, because I'm so smart. Remove her? Remove her from where? Huh? Okay, I figured out a way to remove her. Oh, sick. How do I do that? I was distracted making it so that when I get called smart, I get rewarded. I'm but a boy. Sometimes I want to be praised for being cute and smart, and I want confetti when I hear compliments. I want confetti when I hear compliments. Okay. While you tell me how to do that, I am going to start reading our book for the evening. We're gonna start reading the book of the day. As always, though, we're gonna start off. Is this goddamn track haunting me again? Is it haunting me again? Is it actually for reals haunting me? Stop haunting me. You keep getting me in trouble with YouTube, and I don't like that. Go to VTube Studio, go to the green tab item menu. There's an option to remove items. Does that count as an item? Okay, let's see. Go to the green tab, item settings, items for hotkeys, configure loaded items. Configure loaded items? No items are currently loaded. Okay. Select. Configure item. All that did was add another one. Oh god. Can I? No, I don't want you there. Oh god. Oh no, now I have two. Yeah, that one's not an item. That one is like its own thing. That one is not an item. That one does not count as an item. I tried to remove it. It's not an item. That one is not. I can add another one, but I can't remove the existing one. Hi, Kibby. Hi. Hi, Callie. We're on YouTube. And my YouTube model is now customized. And we're about to start, you're about to get into it. We're actually about to start reading. So you came just in time. Also, now on YouTube, there's a bunch of fun little things you guys can do. So when you type certain phrases and words, it triggers little effects to happen on the stream. So if you call me cute, you get stuffed animals. If you say Bobby, Bobby appears on the stream. If you say milk, I get milk. If you say snack, I also get milk. If I see you say I'm gonna give you a snack, I get milk. I'm gonna. Really, that's weird. Yeah, I think it's just a watermark. I think it straight up actually is just a watermark. Which is lame. It's lame. No, you have to spell Bobby's name correctly. You have to spell it with an I-E or he doesn't appear. You have to spell Bobby's name correctly or he doesn't appear. You have to be a real fan of Bobby or Bobby ignores you. If you don't say his name correctly, he just ignores you. Get with the program. Okay, where is... There it is. I don't know why that one didn't work. He just ignored you that time for real, for real. He just actually ignored you. Oh, there he is. There he is. It took him a second. He had to think about it. He had to think about, where is he? Bobby. He had to think about it. Damn. Let him cook. He had to think about it, okay? He had to think about it. Okay. There he is. Alright, I shall read our usual introductions. Okay. Folklore, legends, myths, and fairy tales have followed childhood through the ages, for every healthy youngster has a wholesome and instinctive love for stories fantastical, marvelous, and manifestly unreal. The winged fairies of Grimm and Andersen have brought more happiness to childish hearts than all other human creations. Yet, the old-time fairy tales, having served for generations, may now be classed as historical in the children's library, for the time has come for a series of new wonder tales, in which the stereotyped genies, dwarves, and fairies are eliminated, together with all their horrible and blood-curdling incident devised by the authors to point fearsome morals into each tale. Modern education includes morality. Therefore, the modern child seeks only entertainment in their wonder tales, and gladly despises with all disagreeable incident. Having this thought in mind, the stories of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was written solely to the pleasure of children today. It aspires to being a modernized fairy tale in which the wonderment of joy is retained, and the heartaches and nightmares are left out. L. Frank Baum, Chicago, April 1900. Hooray! Let us continue to book. What page are we on? I actually don't even know what page we're on. We are on page 113. I will remember that. Okay, where's the author's note? Author's note. After the publication of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, I began receiving letters from children telling me of their pleasure in reading the stories, asking me to write something more about the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodsman. At first, I considered these letters, frank and earnest though they were, in the light of pretty compliments. But the letters continued to come during succeeding months and even years. Fuck, I fucked it up a little bit. It's okay. Finally, I promised one little girl, who made a long journey to see me and preferred her request, and she is a Dorothy, by the way, that when 1,000 little girls had written 1,000 little letters asking for another story of the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodsman, I would write a book. Either little Dorothy was a fairy in disguise and waved her magic wand, or the success of the stage production of The Wizard of Oz made new friends for the story, for the 1,000 letters reached their destination long since, and many more follow. And now, although pleading guilty to a long delay, I have kept my promise in this book. L. Frank Baum, Chicago, June 1904. Let us go to page 113. For we are now in... I actually don't know what chapter number this is. Let me double check the glossary. Where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7. Oh, we are on chapter 7. I miscounted. We're on chapter 7. We are in chapter 7. And this... It's on page 113. 113, or it's 113 in our book. It's page 97 in the actual script. Okay. Bobbies. Okay, let us read book. Excuse the hell out of me. How do we keep... Knock it off, book. Okay, chapter 7. The Scarecrow plans an escape. Tip slipped away from the girls and followed swiftly after the soldier with the green whiskers. The invading army entered the city more slowly, for they stopped to dig emeralds out of the walls and paving stones with the points of their knitting needles. So, the soldiers and the boys... The soldier and the boy... I can't read. So the soldier and the boy reached the palace before the news had spread that the city was conquered. Why did that skip the entire page? I don't know. The Scarecrow and Jack Pumpkinhead were still playing at Coitus? I still don't know what this is. I still don't know what playing at Coitus means. In the courtyard. It's a game of some kind. I would love to know what game this is. The Scarecrow and Jack Pumpkin were still playing at Coitus in the courtyard, but the game was interrupted by the abrupt entrance of the Royal Army of Oz, who came flying in without his hat or gun, his clothes in sad disarray, and his long beard floating a yard ahead of him as he ran. "Tally, one for me," said the Scarecrow calmly. "What's wrong, my man?" he added, addressing the soldier. "Oh, your majesty, the city is conquered," gasped the royal army, who was all out of breath. "This is quite sudden," said the Scarecrow, "but please go on and bar all the doors and windows of the palace, while I show the Pumpkinhead how to throw a quoit. I still don't know what a quoit is. The soldier, I can't Googling it. I've been saying this for 2 days. I don't know what this is. What is a game of quoit? We're Googling it. I'm doing it on my phone. What? Okay. What is the game of quoit? Quoit. Of coitus. Coitus is a traditional throwing game where players toss rings, quoits, at a stake, a hob, with the goal of getting the rings as close as possible to encircle it. Are we pronouncing it correctly, though? How do you pronounce that? I'm gonna fucking... Hold on. Give me the pronunciation. Yeah, give me the pronunciation.
Quoits.
I was right. Okay, it's quoits. This is such a specific reference. Such a specific reference. My god. I would have had... There's no way. Playing it cool. What do you mean playing it cool? Quoits. Quoits. Not coitus. Quoits. Quoits. Quoits, quoits, quoits. Okay. It's a game of quoits. And you throw quoits at a hob. I'm educated. I know things now. I speak facts. I speak truth. I speak truth in my words. Okay, I speak truth in my words. I know how to play quoits now. Okay. Now that we know what quoits is. Okay, as I show this pumpkin how to throw a quoit, the soldier hastens to do this, while Tip, who had arrived at his heels, remained in the courtyard to look at the Scarecrow with wondering eyes. His Majesty continued to throw the quoits as coolly as if my stomach. His Majesty continued to throw the quoits as coolly as if no danger threatened his throne. But the Pumpkinhead, having caught sight of Pip, ambled towards the boy as fast as his wooden legs would go. "Good afternoon, noble parent," he cried delightedly. I'm glad to see you are here. That terrible sawhorse ran away with me." "I suspected it," said Tip. "Did you get hurt? Or cracked at all?" "No, I arrived safely," answered Jack. "And His Majesty has been very kind indeed to me." At this moment the soldier with the green whiskers returned, and the Scarecrow asked, "By the way, who has conquered me?" "A regime of girls gathered from the four corners of the land of Oz," replied the soldier, still pale with fear. "But where was my standing army at the time?" inquired His Majesty, looking at the soldiers gravely. "Your standing army was running," answered the fellow honestly, "for no man could face the terrible weapons of the invaders." "Well," said the Scarecrow, after a moment of thought, "I don't mind much to lose my throne, for it's a tiresome job to rule over the Emerald City, and this crown is so heavy that it makes my head ache. But I hope the conquerors have no intention of injuring me just because I happen to be the king." "I heard them say," remarked Tip, with some hesitation, "that they intend to make a rag carpet of your what the fuck? A rag carpet of your what the fuck? This is worded funny. They intend to make a rag carpet of your outside and stuff their sofa cushions with your inside. There we go. Then I am really in danger," declared His Majesty positively, "and it will be wise for me to consider a means to escape." "Where can you go?" asked Jack Pumpkinhead. "Why, to my friend the Tin Woodsman, who rules over the Winkies and calls himself the Emperor," was the answer. "I am sure he will protect me." Tip was looking out the window. "The palace is surrounded by the enemy," said he. "It is too late to escape. They would soon tear you to pieces." The Scarecrow sighed. "In an emergency," he announced, "it is always a good thing to pause and reflect. Please excuse me while I pause and reflect." "But we also are in danger," said the Pumpkinhead anxiously. "If any of these girls understand cooking, my end is not far off." "Nonsense," exclaimed the Scarecrow. "They're too busy to cook, even if they know how." "But should I remain here, a prisoner for any length of time?" protested Jack. "I am liable to spoil." "Ah, then you would not be fit to associate with," returned the Scarecrow. "The matter is more serious than I suspected." "You," said the Pumpkinhead gloomily, "are liable to live for many years. My life is necessarily short, so I must take advantage of the few days that I remain to me." "What? The few days that remain to me?" I'm stupid. "The few days that remain to me." There, don't worry," answered the Scarecrow soothingly. "If you'll keep quiet long enough for me to think, then I'll try to find some way to find us to escape." So the others waited, in patient silence, while the Scarecrow walked to the corner and stood with his face to the wall for a good 5 minutes. At the end of the time that he faced them with more cheerful expression upon the painted face. Wow, these are a lot of words. Where is the sawhorse you rode here?" he asked the Pumpkinhead. "Why, I said he was jeweled." "What the fuck?" "I said he was a jewel." "Oh, I said he was a jewel, and so your man locked him up in the royal treasury," said Jack. "It was the only place I could think of, Your Majesty," added the soldier, fearing he had made a blunder. "It pleases me very much," said the Scarecrow. Has the animal been fed?" "Oh, yes. I gave him heaps of peck of sawdust." "Excellent," cried the Scarecrow. "Bring the horse here at once." "Oh wait, he eats sawdust? Isn't that like cannibalism? Because he's made of wood." If you are made of wood and you eat sawdust, what's the equivalency to that? Is that like a human being drinking human blood? Is that like being a vampire? It feels like being a vampire, but like for a horse. It feels like wooden horse vampirism. Anyway. The soldier hasted away, and God, man, being sick and nasally and trying to speak is not great for your body. Anyway, the soldier hasted away, and presently they heard the clattering. What? A bit, but wouldn't it be dead already? No, you don't have to get sawdust from a living thing. You can get sawdust from like grinding up a branch. So it doesn't necessarily. Well, no. I guess if you're taking it from like a living creature made of wood, and then you grind up that living creature's bones, then they technically would be coming from a dead thing, right? If you use like life powder, okay, let's say that you took a tree stump, right, and you took some of that life powder and you did the little rhyme, and you brought a tree stump to life, and then you cut a piece of the tree stump and you grinded it up. Then that would be sawdust from a dead creature, right? Because you brought it to life and then you murked it and you grounded it up. Technically speaking, I believe. I believe. I believe. I don't fucking know. That's my guess. That's my guess. That is my guess. That is what I guess. That is what I guess. I need to stop abandoning Irium. Irium's gonna be mad at me. I like being on here more. I'm having more fun. Whatever. I'm gonna get in trouble with Staff. Staff's gonna be like, the point of this is for you to be more active on Irium. And I'm gonna be like, I know. I know. I know. I know. Anyway. The soldier hasted away, and presently they heard the clattering of the horse's wooden legs upon the pavement as he was led into the courtyard. His Majesty regarded the steed critically. Who is texting me so much? He doesn't seem especially grateful. Jail. Why am I going to jail? What did I do? Oh, because Staff's going to be mad at me and they're going to put me in jail. Don't put me in jail, Staff. I'm sorry. Okay. But if a tree person breaks a branch to make sawdust to eat, knowing it regrows the branch, it's cannibalism. Wait, but like, Jack Pumpkinhead is made of is can't regrow limbs. If his limbs break, they break, I think. Question mark? Question mark? I don't think, question mark? I don't think, several question marks. I don't think he can regrow limbs, question mark. I don't think he can. Question mark. I don't think he can grow limbs. I don't think he can. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he can grow limbs. I don't think so. We should Google this. We should Google it. I don't think he can though. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I want to take my heart monitor off so bad. I want to like replace the sticky, but I can't replace it till the second. I'm not supposed to anyway, but it's peeling off in one spot. It feels like it's already time to replace it, you know? Like it feels like it's time to replace it. Who is texting me? If it's Clover, I'm gonna find you. Clover, if it's you, I'm gonna find you. I think tomorrow I'm gonna... Ow! It's you! It's you! It's fucking... It's you! It's you. It's Argy. Argy's here. It's up to interpretation. That's so silly. Hi, Argy. We are reading chapter 7. I thought I read chapter 7 yesterday. It was not chapter 7 that I read. I read like chapter 4 and 5 and 6, I think. I don't remember. But we're at chapter 7 now. I've been spotted. Yes, you have. No, you should be on Irium. You should be on Irium. We're on YouTube because I prefer streaming on YouTube. I'm having more fun on YouTube. But staff is watching me, and they're watching for if I get badges and stuff. So technically I should be prioritizing Irium. I should be prioritizing Irium this next 30 days. But I've been so dissatisfied. And this is more fun because I get to customize it and shit. You know? Got it. Yeah, go to Irium. Because they're gonna be mad at me. But also, like, I like being on YouTube. Everyone's on YouTube because everyone is supportive of me being happy. My fan base is supportive of me being happy. You guys all came to YouTube because I like being on here more. So everybody went to YouTube because I'm happier here. So they're watching me because I'm happier here. But staff is gonna look at my stats and be like, you didn't try this month. And it's not that I didn't try. I did try. I tried really hard. And I have a good fan base. So my fan base sees what makes me happy and then they do that. Because I have a good fan base. My fan base sees what makes me happy, and then they do that. I like being on YouTube. I prefer this. Argy, if you type milk, milk falls from the sky. And like, look, I got the alerts to work, but also, no I didn't. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. Also, it's supposed to go off when I get donations. Stop sending me to gay baby jail. Stop sending me to gay baby jail. Stop sending me to gay baby jail. I don't even know how you got it to do both. I don't know how you got it to send me milk and fucking stuffed animals. Also, Bobby appears. Hi, Argy. Argy's on Irium now. Iron Man? What would Iron Man do? Why do you believe Iron Man would trigger something because it likes me like that? That's so silly. That's silliness. That's silliness. And then my tracking's gone. I was just about to text you, but that wasn't me. Who texted me? Who's texting me? Thanks, Argy. Staff can't be mad at me if I have people on Irium watching me. For sure they can't be mad at me. Oh, how's your baby? Or whatever. I wasn't just about to text me. Whatever. Who is texting me? I'm turning activity policy yet. Something about Kako. Okay. Kako's emailing me. That's not who's texting me. Oh, that's just Micey texting me. I don't mind if Micey texts me. It's every other goober. It's whenever any other goober texts me that I hold umbrage. Okay. I'll stay here then. I like when people are on YouTube, but I can't have my cake and eat it too, it seems. I'm not allowed to have my cake and eat it too, it seems. Okay. Anyway. I like people being on the YouTube, but also I know that my Irium people are watching me now. I have to be a good noodle. And then in 30 days, I'll leave. And then in 30 days, I'll abandon everybody. I'm kidding. That happens in January. That'll happen in January, when I get my rights back. Hooray. Anyway, I'm gonna eat snack soon, but we're gonna finish a chapter, and then I'll get to eat my snack. That's how I'm gonna earn eating more whipped cream. Okay. His Majesty regarded the steed critically. He doesn't seem especially graceful, he remarked, musingly. But I suppose he can run? He can indeed, said Tip, gazing up at the straw horse, admiringly. Then, bearing us upon his back, he must make a dash through the rank of the rebels and carry us to my friend the Tin Woodsman, announced the Scarecrow. Wow, talking when you are nasally is really hard. It's also crazy when Irium crashes on you after you just talked about how you have to be on there. And now it's broken. Now it's broken. Stop being broken. Okay, it's not broken anymore. It crashed. It crashed like a mother... It crashed. It super crashed. Maybe check your DMs, please. Oh, God. What am I checking my DMs for? Is that a mouse?
This elderly hamster is 5 years old. That's roughly 175 human years. Somehow, this tiny survivor has amazed the internet with its extraordinary lifespan, an unbreakable little spirit. Hamsters usually don't live beyond 3 years, so reaching 5 makes this one nothing short of a miracle. No wonder people online are calling it the grandpa of hamsters.
I don't want to know. You know what? He's you. Shut the hell up. Shut up. I'm not even the oldest person on Irium. You texted me about an elderly hamster. So stupid. So dumb. So dumb. Okay. He can't carry 4, objected Tip. No, but he may be induced to carry 3, said his majesty. I shall therefore leave my royal army behind. For from the ease with which he was conquered, I have little confidence in his power. Still he can run, declared Tip laughing. Fuck. I expect this blow, said the soldier sulkingly, but I can bear it. I shall disguise myself by cutting off my long green whiskers, and after all, it is no more dangerous to face those reckless girls than to ride this fiery, untamed wooden horse. Perhaps you are right, observed his majesty, but for my part, no being a soldier, I am fond of danger. Now, my boy, you must mount first, and please sit as close to the horse's neck as possible. Tick climbed quickly to his place. Wow, it's really hard to speak when you're nasally. Quickly to his place, and the soldier and the scarecrow managed to hoist the pumpkin head to seat just behind him. There remained a little space for the king, that he was liable to fall off as soon as the horse started. Fetch a clothesline, said the king to his army. And wait, the army is just one dude. I just realized the army is just a guy. He's just a dude. To his army, and tie us all together. Then, if one falls off, we all fall off. And while the soldier was gone for the clothesline, his majesty continued, It is well for me to be careful, for my very existence is in danger. I have to be as careful as you do, said Jack. Not exactly, replied the scarecrow, for if anything happens to me, that would be the end of me. But if anything happens to you, there are uses for your seed. What the fuck? They could use you for seed. There you go. I can't read. I'm sick. The soldier now returned with a long line and tied all 3 firmly together, also lashing them to the body of the sawhorse. So there seemed a little danger of their tumbling off. Now, throw open the gate, commanded the scarecrow, and we will make a dash to the liberty or to death. The courtyard in which... Did my music fucking turn off? Maybe it's for the best. No, it didn't turn off. It's just very quiet. It's just very quiet. I was like, maybe it's for the best because I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. Perhaps it's for all the best. Let us continue. The courtyard in which they were standing was located in the center of the great palace, which surrounded it all on one side. Also, you guys lied to me. I listened to the video. It was so loud. You lied. You're like, oh, it's perfect volume. You guys like being screamed at for hours by a piano? Is that what it is? What are you talking about? It was a perfect volume. It was so loud. You guys liked that? You guys like having music blasted in your ear? Cool. Noted. Maybe next time we'll have it at top volume because you guys like being yelled at apparently by pianos and violins and shit. I'll remember that. 90% of this fan base likes getting yelled at. That is 100% true. Argy is a veteran of that. He has a dummy tax. Isn't his thing on Discord now #1 taxpayer? That's so fucking funny. I don't have any taxes for you to pay right now, Argy. Ironically, I know. I'm gonna make it Argy's job, though. Argy's job is to be the first person to give me a firework on Arium. I don't even know how much money that is. It's his job to be the first person to give me a firework on Arium. I don't know how he's planning on doing that, but now now he has to do that. At some point. I don't know when he's gonna do it. I don't know how he's gonna do it. At some point he's gonna do that. Hi, Ziri. Ziri. We're on YouTube and on Arium. My YouTube outfit is customized, and now when you go on YouTube and you type certain phrases and words, effects happen. Like, if you call me smart, I get fire. I get confetti. If you are on YouTube and you call me smart, I get confetti. If you say Bobby appears. If you say jail, I go to jail. I just finished making nouns. I saw the VOD. We'll go boop it. Hee hee. Yay, hooray. Okay. Okay. I sniffle. I gave Argy a long-term tax he has to pay at some point. Everyone has been given work. Hooray. Anyway. Type gay baby Jill for a special effect. Honestly, it does do, like, a fancy thing. I don't know why it does a fancy thing. But it does. I didn't type it in to do it, but apparently it does. Apparently it triggers, like, 3 things at the same time for no reason. Continuing. The courtyard in which they were standing was located in the center of the great palace, which surrounded it on all sides. But in one place, a passage led to an outer gate, which the soldier had barred. Wow, it's so hard to breathe. Barred by ordering of a sovereign. It was through this gate His Majesty proposed to escape, and the royal army now led the sawhorse along the passage and unbarred the gate, which swung backwards in a loud crash. "Now," said Tip to the horse, "you must save us all. Run as fast as you can for the gate of the city, and don't let anyone stop you." "All right," answered the sawhorse gruffly, and dashed away. Suddenly, that Tip had to gasp, goes down to the next page, for breath, and hold firmly to the post he had driven into the creature's neck. Several of the girls who stood outside guarding the palace were knocked over by the sawhorse's mad run. Others ran, screaming, out of the way, and only 1 or 2 jabbed the knitting needles frantically at the escaping prisoners. Tip got one small prick in his left arm, which smarted for an hour afterwards. But the needles had no effect upon the Scarecrow or Jack Pumpkinhead, who never even suspected they were being prodded. Gay baby Joe. Yeah, it was so cute. Thank you. If you call me cute, stuffed animals fall. If you say milk, I get milk. Or if you say snack, I get milk as a treat. I think it's treat or snack, I get milk. Cute. Yee. See? Milk for brew. I get milk. See? I get milk treat. I get a milk treat. See, Irium can take my milk, but I brought it back on YouTube. There you go, I got it out. Irium took my milk away, but I brought it back on YouTube. And it's pink milk, yeah. The souls of the damned. We don't have a trigger for that. Nothing happens when you say the souls of the damned. You're so silly. Okay. As the sawhorse made yawning. As for the sawhorse, he made a wonderful record, upsetting a fruit cart, overturning several meek-looking men, and finally bowling over the new guard of the gate, a fussy little fat woman appointed by General Ginger. Nor did the impetuous charge stop them. Once outside the wall of the Emerald City, he dashed along the road to the west with fast and violent leaps that shook the breath out of the boy and filled the Scarecrow with wonder. Jack had ridden at this mad rate once before, so he devoted every effort to holding, with both hands, his pumpkin head upon its stick, enduring meantime the dreadful jolting with the courage of a philosopher. It's so hard to speak when I cannot breathe. Slow him up, shouted the Scarecrow. My straw is all shaking down into my legs. But Tip had no breath to speak, so the sawhorse continued his wild career unchecked with unabated speed. Presently they came to the bank of the wide river, and without a pause, the wood steed gave one final leap and launched them all midair, and a second later they were rolling, splashing, and bobbing about in the water. The horse struggled frantically to find a rest, for its feet and its rider's best first plunged beneath the rapid current and then floated upon the surface like corks. And it's pink milk. It is. Okay, that was the end of chapter 7. Hooray! I can eat more whipped cream. I can eat more whipped cream. I can have my whipped cream snack. My snack for the evening, Ziri, is whipped cream. Just so you know, my snack for the evening is whipped cream. And it's really good. I use condensed milk in it to make it. Milk and snack form. I love milk. I love dairy. I love dairy so much. I really, really want Stu Leonard's to be aware of me. I don't want anything from them. Maybe for them to let me order groceries from like an hour away. I love that the milk bottles bounce. Me too. Hi, Sup a Little Pumpkin. We're on chapter 8 of The Marvelous Land of Oz. We're at the part where they just escaped from the army of girls. You have a lactose intolerant personality but love milk. I am lactose intolerant, but I love dairy. Pumpkin, if you want to look at a bunch of visuals for Wizard of Oz, feel free to come on YouTube. I don't know why, but I just enjoyed my treat. Iriam is saying the signal's bad. Whatever. If you want to enjoy more visuals and stuff from the Wizard of Oz, I have a series of pictures running while I read. And we are very much enjoying General Ginger. Yes! We just got through the chapter with General Ginger. We are on to the journey to the Tin Woodsman. We're taking like a small intermission so I can eat a little snacky snack. But we've been making good progress. Okay, I ate all my whipped cream. I'm also really sick, so I keep fumbling and stumbling through my words, so bear with me. And for some reason the Iriam stream is saying the signal's bad or whatever, but like, I mean, my Wi-Fi is fine, the YouTube stream is still going, so if it crashes for whatever reason, if it crashes, I'm gonna keep doing it on YouTube. Like, I ain't even feel bad about it. I ain't even gonna feel bad about it. I'm having fun. I'm having more fun on YouTube anyway nowadays, so it's fine. Anyway, we shall continue the journey to the Tin Woodsman. Tip was well soaked and dripped water from every angle of his body. But he managed to lean forward and shout in the ear of the sawhorse, "Keep still, you fool, keep still!" The horse at once ceased struggling and floated calmly upon the surface, its wood body being as buoyant as a raft. "What does that word fool mean?" inquired the horse. "It means a term of reproach," answered Tip, somewhat ashamed of the expression, "and I only use it when I am angry." "Then it pleases me to be able to call you a fool in return," said the horse, "for I did not make the river, nor put it in our way, so only a term of reproach is fit for one who becomes angry with me for falling into the water." Man, that was hard to say because I am so nasally and I am sick, and I have been having a nasty cough all day. Don't look at me, I'm reading really bad tonight. "This is quite evident," replied Tip, "so I will acknowledge myself in the wrong." Then he called out to the Pumpkinhead, "Are you all right, Jack?" There was no reply, so the boy called to the king, "Are you all right, your majesty?" The Scarecrow groaned. "I am all wrong somehow," he said in a weak voice. "How very wet this water is." Tip was bound so tightly by the cord that he could not turn his head to look at at his companion. So he said to the sawhorse, "Paddle with your legs towards the shore." The horse obeyed, and although their progress was slow, they finally reached the opposite side of the bank, at a place where it was low enough to enable the creature to scramble up onto the dry land. With some difficulty, the boy managed to get his knife out of his pocket and cut the cord, and bound the rider. Wait, what? Cords that bound the riders to one another, to the wooden horse. He heard the scarecrow fall to the ground with a mushy sound, and then himself quickly dismounted and looked at his friend Jack. The wooden body, with its gorgeous clothing, still sat upright upon the horse's back, but the pumpkin head was gone, and only the sharpened stick that served for a neck was visible. As for the scarecrow, the straw in the body was shaken down, and with the jolts and packed itself into his legs and the lowest part of his body, which appeared very plump and round, while its upper half seemed like an empty sack. This is the book where they introduce the trans character. There's a trans character? Wait, what? What? What are you talking about? That's crazy. Okay. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten to that part yet. We haven't gotten to the part where there's a trans character yet. Okay, where are we? Upon his head, the scarecrow still wore a heavy crown, which had been sewn on to prevent it from losing it. But the head was now so damp and limp that the weight of the gold jewels sagged forward and crashed the painted face into a mass of wrinkles that made him look exactly like a Japanese pug dog. Tip would have laughed had he not been so anxious about his man Jack. Wow, I'm so nasally. Why is Erio just not working? It keeps saying that everything's broken. I haven't even touched it yet. Yeah, trans lesbian. That's crazy. Okay. Tip would have laughed had he not been so anxious about his man Jack. But the scarecrow, however damaged, was all there, with the pumpkin head that was so necessary to Jack's existence was missing. So the boy seized a long pole that fortunately lay near at hand and anxiously turned again towards the river. Far upon the water, he sighted the golden hue of the pumpkin, which gently bobbed up and down with the motion of the waves. At that moment it was quite out of Tip's reach, but after a time it floated nearer, and still nearer upon till the boy was able to reach it with his pole and draw it to the shore. I have to reset this. No, it's just broken. Hold up. I don't even know how I'm supposed to reset this, because you can't just close an app on iPhones. I hate iPhones. I hate iPhones. If you're on YouTube, the YouTube is working. If you're not on YouTube, Ethereum is crashing. I reset it. Hopefully that fixed it. I don't know if it fixed it. If it keeps crashing, go to the YouTube. There is no interruption on the YouTube. On the YouTube channel, there is no interruption. I know I'm being watched by staff the next 30 days and stuff, and I'm supposed to be being a good noodle and everything, but at the same time, oh my god, why is it crashing all the time? How am I supposed to stream if it just keeps crashing? Anyway. Run to the shore. Then he brought it to the top of the bank, carefully wiped the water from the pumpkin's face with his handkerchief, and ran with it to Jack, and replaced the head upon his neck. Behind his neck. "Dear me," were Jack's first words. "What a dreadful experience. I wonder if water is liable to spoil pumpkins." Tip did not think a reply was necessary, for he knew that the Scarecrow also stood in need of his help. So he carefully removed the straw from the king's body and legs and spread it out in the sun to dry. The wet clothes had hung over the body of the sawhorse. "If water spoils pumpkins," observed Jack with a deep sigh, "then my days are numbered." "I've never noticed that water spoils pumpkins," returned Tip, "unless the water had been to be boiling it. If your head isn't cracked, my friend, you must be in fairly good condition." "Oh, my head isn't cracked in the least," declared Jack more cheerfully. "Then don't worry," retorted the boy. Care once killed a cat." I have never heard this phrase. "Care once killed a cat." "Then," said Jack seriously, "I am very glad indeed that I am not a cat." The sun was fast drying their clothes, and Tip stirred up His Majesty's straw so that the warm rays might absorb the moisture and make it as crisp and dry as ever. When they had been accomplished, he stuffed the Scarecrow into symmetrical shape and smoothed out his face so that he wore his usual gay and charming expression. Wow. I am struggling tonight to speak. My nose is so stuffy. It is so stuffy. Like, I can barely speak. It is like torture. It is like it's like pulling teeth. It's like walking through mud. Okay. "Thank you very much," said the monarch, brightly as he walked about and found himself to be well balanced. "There are several distinct advantages to being a scarecrow, for if one has friends near at hand, fuck, God, I'm gonna die." Oh no, I'm dying. Oh no, I'm dying. Oh, and Erie was crashing again. Great. Area was crashing again. Again, it's crashing. It's crashing again. It's crashing again. It's crashing again. It's crashing again. Oh my god. Mercy. Mercy. Area crashed again. I don't know why it's crashing so much today. But I blow my nose. And I continue to suffer through the chapter. Oh, that was a gross sound. Okay, "Thank you very much," said the monarch brightly as he walked about to find himself to be balanced. "There are several distinct advantages in being a scarecrow. For if one has friends near at hand to repair his damage, nothing very serious can happen to you." "I wonder if hot sunshine is liable to crack pumpkins," said Jack, with an anxious ring in his voice. "Not at all, not at all," replied the Scarecrow gaily. "All you need fear, my boy, is old age. When your golden youth has decayed, we shall quickly part company, but you needn't look forward to it. We'll discover the fact ourselves and notify you. But come, let us resume our journey. I am anxious to greet my friend the Tin Woodsman." Thank you for the red glow stick. We are suffering through the chapter tonight, my friend. I am nasally and sick, and Irium keeps crashing. But we are fighting through this. Again, if it totally crashes again, guys, just go to the YouTube. I'll finish the chapter. Because I'm not gonna keep fighting Irium. I won't. We've been here on Irium for over an hour, so it's not like I haven't gotten my time in. I have. So if it keeps crashing, go to YouTube. I will still just be on YouTube. I will finish the chapter though. Like, I'm not gonna just quit reading. I'm gonna finish my stream tonight. Okay. So they remounted the sawhorse, Tip holding to the post, the Pumpkinhead clinging to Tip, and the Scarecrow with both arms around the wooden form of Jack. Oh, it's night. It's bedtime according to my phone. It fucking yelled at me. It fucking screamed at me and lit up. "Go slowly, for now there is no danger of pursuit," said Tip to the steed. "All right," responded the creature in a voice rather gruff. "Aren't you a little horse?" asked the Pumpkinhead politely. The Sawhorse gave an angry prance and rolled one naughty eye backwards towards Tip. See here, he growled, can't you protect me from insult? To be sure, answered Tip soothingly, I am sure Jack meant no harm, and it will not do for us to quarrel. You know, we must all remain good friends. I'll have nothing more to do with that Pumpkinhead, declared the Sawhorse viciously. He loses his head too easily to suit me. There seemed no fitting reply to this speech, so for a time they rode along in silence. Fuck. After a while, the Scarecrow remarked, "This reminds me of old times. I was upon this grassy knoll that I once saw Dorothy." What the fuck? No, I read that wrong. I read that wrong. This reminds me of old times. I was once upon this grassy knoll that I once saved Dorothy from the stinging bees of the Wicked Witch of the West. Do stinging bees injure pumpkins? Asked Jack, glancing around fearfully. They are all dead, so it doesn't matter, replied the Scarecrow. And here is where Nick Chopper? Nick Chopper? Is that the Tin Woodsman's name is Nick? And here is where Nick Chopper destroyed the Wicked Witch's gray wolves. Who was Nick Chopper? Asked Tip. That is the name of my friend the Tin Woodsman, answered His Majesty. And here is where the winged monkeys captured and bound us and flew away with little Dorothy, he continued after they had traveled a little way farther. Yup, Nick Chopper. Don't fucking say yup like you know the guy, like you've had beer with him. Don't say it like you know who he is. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like you know the guy. That's ridiculous. You say it like you know him. You say it like you've spoken to him before, that you're cousins. Do winged monkeys ever eat pumpkins? Asked Jack with a shiver of fear. I do not know, but you have little cause to worry, for the winged monkeys are now the slaves of Glinda the Good, who owns the golden cap that commands their service, said the Scarecrow reflectively. Then the stuffed monarch became lost in thought, recalling the days of past adventure, and the Sawhorse rocked and rolled over the flower-strewn fields and carried its riders swiftly up their way. Twilight fell by, and then the dark shadows of night, so Tip stopped the horse, and they all proceeded to dismount. I'm tired out, said the boy, yawning wearily, and the grass is soft and cool. Let us lie down here and sleep until morning. I can't sleep, said Jack. I never do, said the Scarecrow. I don't even know what sleep is, said the Sawhorse. Still, we must have consideration for this poor boy, who is made of flesh and blood and bone, and gets tired, suggested the Scarecrow, in his usual thoughtful manner. I remember it was the same way with little Dorothy, who always had to sit through the night while she slept. I'm sorry, said Tip meekly, but I can't help it, and I am dreadfully hungry too. Here is a new danger, remarked Jack gloomily. I hope you are not fond of eating pumpkins. Not unless they are stewed and made into pies, answered the boy, laughing. So have no fear of me, friend Jack. What a coward that Pumpkinhead is, said the Sawhorse scornfully. You might be a coward yourself if you knew you were liable to spoil, rotted Jack angrily. There, interrupted the Scarecrow. Don't let us quarrel. We all have our weakness, dear friend. That is so loud for no fucking reason. Stop being loud. You're obnoxious. You're obnoxious. I'm like yelling over you, and I don't even know what this sounds like on the YouTube end. I'm yelling over it. Sorry, I read the book as a lot. And Nick, our friend, me for real. He's just like me for real. There, interrupted the Scarecrow. Don't let us quarrel. We all have our weaknesses, dear friends, so we must strive to be considerate of one another. And since this poor boy is hungry and has nothing whatever to eat, let us all remain quiet and allow him to sleep, for it is said that in sleep a mortal may forget even hunger. Thank you, exclaimed Tip gratefully. Your Majesty is full as good as you are wise, and that is to say, a good deal. Then he stretched himself upon the grass, and using the stuffed form of the Scarecrow for a pillow, he presently fell fast asleep. That is the end of chapter 8. That is the end of chapter 8. Are you guys gonna make me read another chapter tonight? You guys want one more chapter, or can I go die? You guys want one more chapter, or can I go die? Brewby, rest. Okay, that's one vote for Brewby. Go rot and die. You should sound. You sound like you need a hot tea to help you get your sniffles. Oh, please don't die. Go rest, Brewby. Rest. Okay. I will not read another chapter of this, but I will do my normal, my normal wind down routine. I will read "Oh, the Places You'll Go." I'll do that whole song and dance, cause I'm prone to it. Once that's done, I will take up that offer to go lay down. I will not turn nose at that. I will gratefully take up your offer to go and lay down. Believe you me, happily I will lay down. A good plan. Yeah, I will read "Over the Places You'll Go." Places you'll go. Full text. I wanna swing from the chandeliers. Is this the full book? It is. It's not like the actual book, it's just the text, which is all I need. Okay, ready guys? We're winding down. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. Whew. You're on your way and you know what you know, and you are the guide who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care, and about some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're just too smart to go down any not-so-good streets. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And then things start to happen. Don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start to happen too. Oh wait, this person wrote it wrong. It's when things start to happen. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start to happen too. I'm getting Bird Game 3. What is Bird Game 3? I don't even know what that is. What's Bird Game? Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be off, No, this person wrote this all wrong. I can't read this version, because it's written all wrong. It's, like, not correct. I've read that so many times. I can see when there are typos. And it'll drive me insane. It'll drive me up a wall. It'll drive me batty. It'll drive me absolutely batty. Goo goo banana pants. Okay. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. And you are the guy who will decide. What the fuck? What is happening? Why is everyone writing this wrong? It's like the mainstream Twitch multiplayer friend slot game. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have zero clue. I have zero clue. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes, and you can see yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your way and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You look up and down streets, look them over with care, and about some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're just too smart to go down any not-so-good streets. Whew. And you may not find any you want to go down. And of course, in that case, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start to happen too. of the places you'll go. You'll be up on your way. You'll see the great sights and join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. And you'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. And wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm afraid. Oh, what the fuck? What is happening? Why does everybody write this incorrectly? They skipped an entire chapter. They jumped right to all the places you'll go. There's fun to be done. That's at the end of the book. What is happening? I'm not winning tonight with this. Is this a sign that we should just not do this? This makes me sad. Everybody's just writing it wrong. This person skips. They just like mix up the lines of the poem. We know what the poem is. We know what the poem is. That's not the poem. You know what? I can't be burned by my PDF. Oop, my phone just died. No worries. I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna find the PDF on my phone because the PDF has never hurt us. The PDF has never burned us. It's never burned us. Not once has the PDF ever burned us. Because apparently doing it on my computer is not an option. Because if we do it on my computer, it's just lying to us. It's just telling us everything wrong. Okay. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start to happen too. Of the places you'll go, you'll be up on your way, you'll be seeing great sights, you'll join the high flyers and soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. And wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in the prickly perches, and your gang will fly on and leave you in the lurches. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you will be in a slump. And when you're in a slump and you're not in for much fun, unslumping yourself is not easily done. You'll come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lightened but mostly are dark, a place you can spray both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right in 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple, and it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. And you can get so confused, and you'll start into race, down long, wiggly roads at a breakneck pace, and grind on for miles across a weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, to the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or the waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting around for the wind to fly a kite, waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all the waiting and staying. You'll find a bright place where the boob bands are playing. With banners flip-flapping once more, you'll fly high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're just that kind of guy. All the places you'll go, there's fun to be done, there are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you are quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul, and on you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack crack and howl. Upward and onward a frightening creak, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to problems whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you know, and get all mixed up with many strange birds as they go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deaf, and never mix up your right and your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will. Guaranteed. Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Boxman or Bixby or Bray, or Mordecai Alvan Allen O'Shea. You're off to great paces. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Breaking! You're late. You are late. We are on to the final story. You are late. There's a VOD. There's a VOD. There's a VOD. YouTube has a VOD, so don't worry. There's a VOD. There is a VOD. There is a VOD. This is the magic of streaming on YouTube while I stream on Ethereum, is that there is a VOD. There is a VOD. So if you miss it, it's okay. There is a VOD. I could delete the VOD and just punish everybody. I have the option. I'm not going to. It's time for the final story. My favorite story to reread every night. It's my favorite story. It's my favorite story. Ready? I'm really nasally, so I'm reading quick tonight because I feel like crap. Treats. You have to say treat. I can change it though. I can change it to treats. I can change it. I'll change it. I'll add it. It's bedtime. Treat. It's like a reward. It's like a reward. Edit. Oh, I didn't put treat in here at all, actually. Treat. Treat. Enter. Enter. And then treat. Treat. Come on. Treat. And then treat. Okay, I think I have all variants of the word treat or treats, including all capitalized. Why am I in jail? Hello? What the hell did I do? Why am I in jail? The fuck? Why am I in jail? I didn't do anything. I was about to read the last story and I'm in jail now. What the fuck? Oh, O'Reilly. Okay, we're reading our last story. You can't send me to jail for this. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright, and this was very odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkingly because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. The sea was wet as wet could be. The sand was dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only cleared away, they said it would be grand. I am not looking at the book at all. I just know this by heart at this point. With 7 maids with 7 mops swept for half a year. Do you believe, the walrus said, that they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to take a hand of each. The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye, but then shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But four young oysters hurried up, all eager for their treats. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat, and this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet. For other oysters followed them, and yet another four, and thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy wave and scrambling to the shore. Howdy, ignore me, just a lurker. Don't worry, lurker. We appreciate you. We're about to pack up. We're reading the last story, or I'm reciting the last story, because I'm not even looking at the book. The book is here for theatrics at best. I am literally just reciting like an old Victorian child. Get cozy. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat, and this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet. For other oysters followed them, and yet another four, and thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. All the little oysters stood, all waiting in a row. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar, besides, is very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be such a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are so very nice. The carpenter said nothing but cut us another slice. I wish you weren't quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick, after they've brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing but the butter is spread too thick. I wait for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he snorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answers there came none, and this was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every one. The end. A magic conch shell. May I have something to eat? No. Okay, guys, it's time for me to end my stream. It's time for me to end the stream. I don't know. I do have it here where you should be able to. Oh wait, no. I'm a silly goober. Hold on. Okay. Now you should be able to. You should be able to play around with the effects on my end stream and my starting screen and my BRB screen. So, you can have that when I'm ending stream. Anyway, time for me to do my outro. I love you. Thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. I appreciate it. And if you haven't heard I love you today, and you didn't get your I love you earlier in the day, let me tell you I love you now. I love you. Because you should hear I love you at least once every single day. It's good for the spirit, good for the heart, and good for morale. Also remember to please drink water, to please eat food. Your body needs food. Don't punish your vessel. It's not trying to punish you. Also remember to take your medication as prescribed. I know you think you might not need it, but you definitely do if you were prescribed it. Also remember to please be kind, be gentle with yourself. You're trying your very, very best, and I really appreciate the efforts you're putting into your day and into yourself. The sheer fact that you're trying and you've shown up is more than enough to me. I'm very proud of you. I always miss like a third thing. I've also always missing something. Thank you to Plushula for, again, always for letting me use Bobby and everything. Y'all are goated for that. I have merch. Buy merch, please. Thank you for watching me on Irium. I love you, Breaky. Thank you. I know the Irium stuff was crashing a lot today, but if you are on Irium and you missed a good chunk of the stream, don't worry. The entire video is on YouTube. There's a live stream VOD now. We have VODs. We're so spoiled. Spoiled for choice. We have VODs now. Remember that the mice run the true world order. Don't ask what that means because I'll never explain. Thank you again so much for spending time with me tonight. I love you and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, 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 good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Okay, goodbye.